Hi, Jody. So nice to see you. Anyone else here? Give me a shout out if you're here. We'll be starting in just a minute. Okay. Well, it's me and you, Jody. So, today I'm going to share with you, get rid of that, some plan random stamping. So you maybe have oftentimes heard of random stamping, and I may have done it with you, Jody. But I thought, it's always nice to have a little refresher, and maybe I can teach you just a little bit easier way of doing it. So here we go. I am using Hooray Bouquet, which this stamp set is an older stamp set, but they brought it back, and it is online only, but you can find it there. The number is D1491 Hooray Bouquet. I like this one for random stamping because of a couple reasons. One, there's lots of different sizes and words that you can random stamp with. Two, it's got solid images, which makes it kind of pretty. You can do lined images as well, but I like the solid. You get more color when you're stamping. So the colors I'm using today are Lagoon, Canary, and Sapphire. And the stamps that I'm using are this big one, this medium, a little bit smaller, and my babies. And I also have You Make Me Smile. And I also have some mink. Okay, let's move these out of the way. Pull in some stamps. Okay, so a couple things. You'll notice here that I have just the less than medium and the tiny stamps. Doesn't mean you always have to use the big ones. This is just a small piece of paper because it goes on my sheet. So I can write, what I told you. So I start with the biggest stamp, and I usually, let's turn this around like that. This is how I did them. I keep my brain straight. And I always start in this corner, and I kind of work my way through the middle and then back and forth. Okay, if that makes sense. So I start here, I put one, I put two, and those two, and make a triangle. These two, and make a triangle. These two, and make a triangle. These two, make a triangle. Okay, starting with your biggest one. Then you move down to your next size. Again, starting up here, and remember to go off the page. You can see that I did that 3 times here. So start off the page, put your second one, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I should get a pencil. My fat finger, you probably can't see stuff. 1, 2, 3. Then we move down to the smaller one, and again, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So it's all about starting in a corner or wherever you feel comfortable, working your way through the middle as you go out. Okay? So that is that. I'll leave that there for a second. So if you want to take a screenshot of that, and then you can write stuff, let me know if you can see all 3 of those. I'll just wait for that lag time and a comment. Let me see if I can see. It's kind of sunny out today. Also let me know if there's enough light, because it's really sunny coming in my window. Okay, just waiting to see if you got that and if it's all in the frame. I'm going to take it as yes, and I'll put it down in the comments. I'll take a picture of it and set it down in the comments. Okay, now you notice that I started on white paper, right? But that doesn't mean that you have to do it on white paper. This is mink. This is the regular color mink and the lighter color of mink. The reason why I would do the lighter color of mink is because I probably want to do the words in mink. Okay? So this will give you just another variation of that. So let's go over to a few more samples. Again, starting with the big ones, then shrink down to the smaller ones, and even smaller. So this is kind of a pretty open pattern. You can still see lots of white in here. And I did use the big and the next one down and the next one down for that one. So what if you change the color? What does that give you? That gives you these two. Yes, there's where I started. So again, I'm orienting these so that way you can see where I started. Up here. Okay. So this is using the same three colors, just changing which one gets to start off with the bigger one. So, to not get too complicated, here's the yellow. So the blue flower first, the lagoon flower, and the canary flower. And this one you'll notice that I used the big one, but then I went to the two little ones. So I added a few more in. So this one, same thing. I went yellow, 1, 2, triangle, 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 1, 2, triangle. Then I went back with the blue, and I did the triangle, but I tried to stay closer to that yellow flower. See that? And then I went back with the green and just kind of filled it in randomly. Not so much triangles. And one thing here I would say, do a few, then go off the page, okay, to kind of fill in. So I always kind of go off the page last to fill in, and then step back and look at it a little bit. You know, you can always add more, you can't take it away, okay? So then another, and look at this lovely background paper I made. So another way is to fill it in more. So this is using, you know, smaller and next smaller and the two baby ones. Again, let's see, where did I start? Here. Start in the corner and do your triangles, then your triangles, and you'll notice that these are kind of snugged up by the blue ones too. And then I added the bigger yellow, and then I filled in with those baby yellow. But it kind of gives you just a different look. Okay? Any questions? Thanks for hanging with me, Jody. Okay, so moving on to the next one. So this one has a couple things going on. Okay? This one has the 3 baby stamps again. And I changed the color again, you can see. The lagoon first, the canary, and then the sapphire. But then I went and sponged with the mink. And you always start off the page and then on. And then you can do some circles. So what you're doing is you're inking it up. It takes off most of it here so you don't get sponge marks. And then it blends it in to the paper. Okay? So it really sticks. And you will get that edge here. Let me show you. You can't see it until it's like that because it's a light color. And that's how you fill that in if you don't start with the mink paper. Okay? You still could go back and add the light side of mink and add some more sponging to it to kind of darken it a little bit here and there. Okay? Hopefully, oops. Oh, that's really sunny. There. Hopefully you can see that. picture back in view. Why does it say it's not starting? Okay, there it is. Hopefully I didn't have a glitch. Hopefully you saw all of this beforehand. Okay. So on this one, when I got done with the little stamps, I went back and did the smile, and then I sponged. Okay. So here's another one where I didn't sponge. I started on the paper, and you'll notice that it's been cut. So that was just using the light side, so that way your words show up because they're in the same matching ink. And this one I did, you know, the 3 little ones and then that next one up on this. That's all I did. And a card for that is this one. So I've got the cardstock in the regular strength on the background, and then I've got my lighter shade on top with all my stamping. This is also the lighter shade, cut in a pennant with my words. These are just some from my stash. They were some gray gems that matched. And then I cut out one of the flowers and popped it up. I'll hold this up a little bit. Let's see. Trying to, that sun is just terrible today. I don't know if that helps or if you can't see it that way. And again, I will put this in the comments below so you can see this card a little bit closer and zoom in on it. Okay, so does anybody, Jody, want me to actually stamp some? Let me know. Hi, Linda. Thank you for joining. Let's see. Any questions that I can answer about this technique? It does take a little bit of practice, but the more you practice, the better you get. It's kind of like riding a bike. Pretty normal standard stuff. And if you haven't tried it in a while, softer colors are really pretty on white. And it really can look like you made background paper. I mean, it can really look like background paper. Duh, you made it. Oh my goodness, I don't know where my words are today. Come on, peeps. Give me some comments. Any questions out there? Well, if no questions, then that is it for this Friday. And if you like this stamp set, like I said, you can get it online. I hope you have a wonderful Friday. Try not to get too hot. And have a great weekend, and happy Father's Day to any fathers out there. Here, I'll let you see my face since I put a little makeup on, right? Flip it around. Hello, everyone. Really cute. Oh, thank you, Jody. Really cute, the card I made. Have you tried this technique before? Hair's always a mess, isn't it? Have you gotten yours cut yet, Jody? Just waiting for that response. I know it takes a little while. I don't know about you, but I got fat fingers, so oftentimes I gotta go back and fix my words. Or heaven forbid, the phone or the computer corrects them in a way you don't like and not the word you wanted. Alrighty, well, if you have any questions or you'd like to see me stamp something live, let me know, and I hope you enjoy stamping and trying the planned random. Also, if you need color combinations, go to the book we have that is Hold on, let me get it. You're going to look at my ceiling for a minute. I'm back. Love of color. And let me show you that. This is going to be difficult. So this is, you can just buy this book, just the guts, and then put it in a 6x8 binder. And it's a great resource. Here's what you do. You go to the back. And I love these pages. They're thicker than cardstock. Okay? So you go to the back. Whoa. I'm going to lose my cord in a minute. And you... Man, that looks really bad. Here, let's go over here. Alright, so you go to the back. You pick out your main color that you want to use. And let's do Clover, 48. Go to 48. And it will show you Clover. And it will put it with 3 colors, 5 colors, or 4 colors. Look over here. And then it'll give you this nice artwork to give you some ideas. Hopefully that's not too dark. And it's a great resource. And there's lots of, look at, lots and lots of ideas in here. Cards, scrapbooking, tons of colors, all of our colors. Maybe not julep, let's see. Depends on when this book was made, I doubt it though. No, it's just our main colors. So, there is that. Alright, finish up. So, again, happy Friday. I will see you next Friday. And hopefully in July, I can do senior cards at my house. Bye, everyone.